Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Dear Santa, the podcast. I am so excited about my guest today, and when you see her with her hat and her sparkly red outfit on, it just makes you feel and think Christmas. So let me tell you about my guest, Kate Hughes. Kate, I'm going to use the nice book here and just read directly from the nice book because Kate, you shouldn't be surprised, but you're in the nice book. So, anyway, Kate Hughes is a proud board member of the Bethlehem Chamber of Commerce and an active leader in the Lehigh Valley nonprofit community. She currently serves as the development director at Godfrey Daniels, the marketing director at Victory House, as well as the events and entertainment coordinator at Donegal Square and Red Stag. Beyond her leadership roles, Kate is a passionate performer, writer, and director. She has hosted a local internet talk show on WXLV for over a decade, performs stand-up comedy throughout the region, and books and hosts comedy shows at Inkwell in Allentown. Known for her love of cats, sequins, as you can see from her outfit, and the magic of living in the Christmas city, Kate brings creativity, humor, and heart to everything she does. Kate, welcome. It's so exciting to see you. How have you been?
Oh, Santa, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm in the Christmas spirit. I'm excited for Christmas. We're about to get into it. Yeah, I'm doing really, really wonderfully.
Well,
Thanks for
and
asking.
and very busy. Oh my goodness, your bio. I can't believe all the things that you're involved with and do. It's incredible. I'm not sure how you have time to even decorate for Christmas. But
I barely do.
okay. Okay. Well, let's get into Christmas a little bit. Talking about decorating. When do you do it? Some people when you do find time to decorate, some people decorate after Halloween, some wait until the day after Thanksgiving, some wait until a week before Christmas. Do you have any kind of traditions regarding decorating and what you try to do?
I try to get my decorations up as soon as possible. With my work schedule, it is kind of difficult. Last year, I think we we put our tree up. We decorated our tree on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
So I don't, sorry, Santa, that we were
That's
very late last year.
you know what? You got it done and that's what matters. And I would imagine having cats. Have you had any tree problems with the cats? Have you ever lost a
Knock on
tree?
wood.
Okay, very
No,
good.
not yet.
Very
Mm-mm.
good. Well,
No.
that's important. I've known too many people that have lost a tree to a cat that just wanted to have a little fun and do some climbing. You know, tell me about your first Christmas memory. What does that look like? What do you remember
Oh,
about the first Christmas memory you might have?
my first Christmas, well, I just remember every Christmas that I could not sleep. I was up all night long. I could not wait to see what was under the tree. We left, cookies and milk for Santa Claus, and we thought, oh gosh, I hope he liked them.
I did.
Am I on the good list this year? I hope. And I just remember not being able to sleep at all and begging my parents. We had to wait for our parents to wake up,
Okay.
as probably most most kids have to do. And we would just keep begging them, please wake up. And they would make us wait at the top of the steps. And I remember my mom would go down and she would, put coffee on for my dad, and my dad would put the lights on. And this was our Christmas tradition. This is what stands out in my mind. And he would put all the Christmas lights on, and I have three brothers, so it was the four of us. We'd sit at the top of the steps, and we just couldn't wait to get down the steps. And my dad would say things like, "Oh my goodness. Whoa, Santa brought a lot of," and we're just like,
just
like we could,
just
we
teasing
just
you
couldn't.
basically and not letting you
Yeah,
downstairs yet.
he
Okay.
just he pushed us as long as he could until he let us come down the steps. And the minute he said, "Okay," it was first come, first serve. We just pushed each other out of the way and got to the tree.
And when
Yeah.
you got down, did you have to start with the stockings? Could you do the presents right away? Did somebody play Santa Claus and pull out presents for each person? How did that work?
No, I think we knew where our spot was,
Okay.
and I mean, just paper flying, and then we would show each other, "Oh my gosh, look at this," and we were all very excited for one another. I think we did stockings afterwards. I think that was
Okay.
after we opened our gifts, but yeah, gifts. First thing was gifts for us.
and that's a change. A lot of people have to start with their stockings. They start there. So I'm happy to hear that you guys
We're
do it a little
switching it up.
differently. It's
Yeah.
you know what? It's I think that's why you're the creative person that you are. So because you
Maybe.
did things a little differently, which is fantastic. Tell me
Yeah.
about. Do you have a favorite gift specifically that you can remember wanting so much, and then when you got it, it was just amazing, whether it was from Santa or your mom and dad or one of your friends? Do you have a favorite that comes to mind?
Well, Santa, thank you for all the gifts that you've given me throughout the year. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Um, I think my most favorite gift, and I can't remember what year it was my first Cabbage Patch doll. Do you remember the
I
craze, Santa?
I do. We had so many requests for Cabbage Patch dolls that year. It was,
Yeah.
oh my God. So, we have Buttons, who's the elf that's in charge of the doll department, and she had her
Mm,
staff going overtime making
I
Cabbage
can
Patch
imagine.
dolls.
Yeah.
But I do remember your request for a Cabbage Patch doll, and
Yes, and I got that Cabbage Patch, and I remember holding it and smelling smelling her hair.
Well, that's
Yeah.
so great. That is so great. That makes me so happy. Let's talk about Christmas Eve. Now, did you have any, a lot of families will do a special dinner. Families will travel to visit cousins on Christmas Eve or have other family members in. What was your Christmas Eve like?
Christmas Eve, as kids, we would wrap the presents that we got for our siblings. That's
Okay,
sort of what we did.
nice.
And my mom is a great cook. I didn't inherit any of those skills.
I'm sure you're good.
No. I can make reservations, Santa, but that's
Well,
about it.
that's important too.
That's something, yeah. And yeah, we would always have a nice meal, and then she would be preparing everything. She made Christmas dinner as well. But I remember, back then I didn't have a whole lot of money. I wasn't working Santa when I was a kid.
Well, you're making up for
And
it now with all the work you're doing. So,
I am. And I remember my brothers had a whole room full of toys, and I would just go in that room and dig to the bottom of their toy chest and find something that they hadn't played with in a really long time. And I would wrap that and give it back to them.
that's awesome. Were they
Because
surprised? Did they recognize it
they
or
didn't remember, they had so many toys they didn't remember. And they were, oh, thank you. I'm like, oh, you're welcome.
oh, that is
It was
fantastic.
nothing.
It's almost like the island of misfit toys, but they're not misfits. They just were forgotten about a little bit, but nothing
Forgotten
was
a little
wrong with
bit.
them. Right. Oh my
Yeah.
Kate, that is fantastic. I love that you recycled toys. That is such a
Hmm.
great idea because
Yeah.
yeah, so many children get so many toys and after playing with them, they disappear. But I love that idea. That is a great idea. And I hope a lot of our listeners think about that because it is a good way to save some money, too,
Yeah.
especially when you're little and can't have a job yet. So,
Yeah, when you're a kid and you're not working a couple of
exactly.
jobs. Yeah.
Exactly. That is absolutely fantastic. And then tell me about the rest of Christmas Day. Is it just playing with your toys all day? Do you do a big family dinner on Christmas Day?
Well, yes, we have, just the wrapping paper thrown everywhere. Then we do a little bit of a cleanup. We would have our breakfast. My mom, again, incredible chef. She would make pancakes, something special for Christmas. And then my grandparents would come over. We would have one set of grandparents come over, and then again, just toys and opening gifts. And then another set of grandparents would come over. They would have dinner, and I believe that rotate it from year to year. But yeah, it was just like it's so many gifts. And then, at the end of the day, you just remember, well, I don't know if you remember Santa, but I always thought, December 1st. And I'm like, oh my gosh, just 24 more days. But those 24 days took forever. Forever. It felt like Christmas didn't come for such a long time. And now, as an old lady, it's it's December 1st, and then the next day is Christmas. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, I know for a lot of children that 24 sleeps takes a long, long time
The
to get through.
longest 24 ever. Yeah.
Yeah, but as you get older and if you're a toy builder, it goes by very quickly. By then most of our toys are built. We do get some last minute additions and we are just wrapping up the wrapping process by then. If we're not if everything is almost wrapped by December 1st, we're in a little bit of trouble and we have to do a little bit of overtime. But
Ooh,
yeah, it goes by fast. And the year, I mean, I think we're down to maybe about 118 sleeps left as we record this. So it's
wow.
yeah, it's coming up very quickly. And I'll tell you what, we are excited. We have so many people on the nice list, you included. Um, we are yes, we are so excited for Christmas.
Me too.
Here's a big question for you. Now, I remember the cookies you used to leave out, and they
Oh,
were
you do?
oh my gosh, I remember cookies more than anything. As Mrs. Claus will tell you, I've got a
Mm.
crazy cookie memory. What was your favorite Christmas cookie to either make and or eat?
Oh, favorite Christmas cookie, hands down. I'm just gonna be traditional. It's the good old fashioned chocolate chip cookie. Just always a favorite. My mom would add a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit
Hmm.
extra
I
cinnamon,
remember the cinnamon in those
mhm,
cookies. Made them
and
really
just
special.
yes, yeah, those are my favorite. I think after that, probably the sugar, the green and red sugar. I
Hmm.
think they were, different shapes,
Yep.
like gingerbread people and things like
Yep.
that.
The cutouts. Hmm.
The cutouts, that's what they're called. See, I don't even know what they're called.
Kate, I'm a cookie expert, so
Okay.
it's okay if you
Right.
don't know, but if I don't know,
Okay,
then
perfect.
there's an issue. So yeah, I
I'm
remember
good.
those. I remember that little hint of cinnamon. That was special. Not a
Mhm.
lot of people did that. So that was
No.
your mom. Do you have the recipe still?
Yes, we do. It was a Betty Crocker recipe, and we still have it.
Very good. Well, that's exciting. Tell me, so you do some comedy, right?
Yes.
So
Mhm.
did you at Christmas ever perform for family? How did you discover comedy was something you were passionate about?
Oh, geez. I think I was probably always performing. Again, I had all brothers, and, to kind of be heard, you had to be a little sarcastic and jabby. And, um, yeah, I just was always trying to make people laugh. I like entertaining people. I like making people happy. Like you, Santa. I like making people happy. And, yeah, and then when I was older, I actually when I started having my first, working experience, I would just joke around with my coworkers. It just made the day go by faster,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just, it's good to laugh. It's very
Absolutely.
healing, I think. And
Oh, absolutely.
oh, I love your laugh. I forgot about it.
Oh my goodness, it makes me scene too often. But oftentimes, if I get to a house and see something a little funny, I may let out a chuckle, and then I get really nervous that the children will hear me and wake
Yeah.
up and come downstairs. I don't think you ever snuck downstairs, from what I can remember. You
I
were
never
up.
did. I
Yep,
was very well behaved.
yep.
Yeah.
I remember you were up, but I know you never snuck downstairs, which
I'm a rule follower,
I
Santa.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. So speaking of comedy, now I don't know if you knew this, Kate, but we have a comedy club at the North Pole. The
You
elves.
do?
Oh my goodness, we may have to try to get you up to perform. But the elves they love to laugh. They love a good joke. And one of them told me a joke that I'm going to tell you, and you let me know if you think it's a good joke that I should keep telling. Okay, you ready?
Okay, I'm
Okay.
ready.
Don't have too high of expectations because it may not be that
I'll have
funny.
them lower.
Okay,
Yes.
very
Okay.
good. So, what does a gingerbread man use when he breaks his leg?
I don't know what.
A candy cane. I
That's good.
Is that a good one?
I
Okay.
like it.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get up on stage anytime soon, but one of the elves told me that, and I thought it was cute, and I thought since
That's
you
real.
do
I
comedy,
was
you might appreciate that.
I was thinking crutch. I was thinking crutch, but I was
Yep.
close.
You were very
Can't.
close. You were very close. All right. I'm not going to make a career in comedy, that's for sure, but we'll have a lot of fun with that. So let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk Christmas movies. Are you a Christmas movie fan? Do you
Yes.
have favorites? What are your memories of Christmas movies? What do you what every Christmas do you have to watch still to this day?
Oh gosh. Now that you're putting me on the spot,
I'm sorry.
no, I remember the movie. I can't I can't remember the title of the movie. It's the the Jimmy Stewart,
Oh, it's a Wonderful
Everything
Life.
Bell, The Wonderful Life. Yes.
Absolutely. Now, do
That's
you do you watch the original black and white or do you watch it in
yes.
color? Okay, good.
Black and white,
Nice.
absolutely. That I don't know how I failed to mention this, but that was a Christmas tradition. Actually, I have three brothers, like I mentioned. Two of them would watch it every year together, and last year, the whole family was invited to watch
That's
It's a Wonderful
wonderful.
Life.
That
And
is a great tradition.
and we cry as a family. We're all sitting there crying. I love that one. And then as far as like happy movies, I love Elf. Oh,
Hmm.
so good.
Yeah.
Such a great fun movie. And what's the one? Is it Frosty the Snowman, the little sort of animated
Yeah, with the little
oh,
girl who.
claymation?
So Frosty's a cartoon, I think. You've
Hmm.
got claymation. You've got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You've
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Okay,
Yes,
very good, very
that's a good
good.
one.
That
I
is
know
a
I don't remember the names of these movies, but
I
I remember
again
watching
like cookies. I know Christmas movies. So
them. Okay.
now, do you ever delve into the Hallmark type movies, or is that something?
I do. I
Okay.
do. I'm gonna say it was probably 2 or 3 years ago. I just could not stop watching them. I love the cyclical story, and it's
Mm-hmm.
predictable. You know it's going to be happy in the end. Boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy gets girl back. Girl comes from a big city, small town boy, and I don't know. There's just something really comforting about it. So as I've gotten older, I've really come to just really appreciate those. I like to be in the Christmas spirit as much as possible, and that watching Hallmark movies helps me.
Yeah, Mrs. Claus is a big Hallmark movie fan, especially
She
because,
is.
well, because like you said, it's going to end well.
Right.
You compared to other movies that you watch nowadays, you know it's going to end well. It is a little predictable, but that's what's so great about it.
Yes.
And she loves the fact that she can leave for 20 minutes and know what happened without even being in the room because we've seen so
Right.
many of them. So,
She can multitask while she's watching.
exactly. Exactly. If there's another movie I'd recommend you looking up, it's on Netflix and it's called The Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell.
Oh, okay.
And Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. So there's Christmas Chronicles 1 and 2. He makes a very good Santa. He's a very striking fellow and
Oh,
very different Santa suit than I have. He's a little more in shape than I am, and he's got a little more gray than white in his beard. But definitely look that up. I think
I will.
it's another current classic right up there with Elf. And I
Okay,
think you
that's good. And that's those are pretty strong compliments coming from Santa himself.
well,
So,
my wife has a little crush on Kurt Russell when she portrays Santa. So I tried the outfit that he has on. It just doesn't work.
it's not the
It's
same.
like a long red leather jacket, and
Oh,
it works on Kurt Russell, but does not work on Chris Kringle. I can tell you
oh
that.
well.
So, but nothing you can do about that. So, all right. So we've talked cookies, we've talked movies. Let me ask you one other Christmas related question. Do you have a favorite? Do you follow reindeer? Do you have a favorite reindeer that you may know about? I can name them all if you'd like. If you need some
Oh,
help.
I have to say, well, clearly Rudolph. Everybody loves Rudolph.
Hmm.
I'm the kind of person who doesn't like to do what everybody else is doing. I'm gonna go with Blitzen.
Nice. That's a really good, strong choice.
Thank you.
Blitzen's a wonderful reindeer. Now, Blitzen is one of my two strongest reindeer. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't. I just
Yeah,
knew that I liked him.
yeah. Blitzen's a great reindeer. Donder and Blitzen are right in front of the sleigh,
Hmm.
and people in the United States call him Donner, but it's actually Donder was his birth name. And
Oh,
Donder means thunder, and Blitzen means lightning. And they're the two biggest
oh,
reindeer, and they're right in front of the sleigh. So the reindeer you like is really the name means lightning. So fast and powerful and strong. I love all the reindeer. I don't have any favorites, but Blitzen is a bit underrated. So Blitzen will be
yeah.
thrilled to hear that you're a fan.
Oh,
And
please tell him I said hello.
absolutely, I will.
Thank you.
Absolutely, I will. So, Kate, what do you have coming up that you can tell people that they should watch or listen to? Do you have any
Oh,
shows coming up? Um,
yeah, I
tell
do.
us what we should be looking for. This, according to Elf Andrew, this will probably drop. Is that the proper term? The podcast will drop in about a week or so.
Oh,
So
perfect.
anytime after that, do you have some things coming up that
I
you can share
do.
with everybody? And maybe I don't know if Mrs. Claus and I can make it down. We might be busy, but we'll give it our best effort.
Oh, I would love that, Santa. Yeah, I actually have a really big show coming up November 8th at Civic Theater. It's called The Red Shoe Monologues, and it's a play that I've written and will be performed from with local men, women, and children. And it's all of the proceeds are going to help the Third Street Alliance.
Oh,
And
that's
it's through
wonderful.
Yeah, through BW Nice and yeah, I'm trying to think of the other dates. I should have had everything written down,
That's
but that's
okay.
my big show. I'm really excited about that.
Can you give us a little glimpse into what it's about?
It's basically stories of women, survival, friendship, triumph, struggle. It has all of it. Like a Hallmark movie,
There you
and
go.
it's gonna end on a high note.
That is so good to hear. Is there a website? Should they go to a specific website, the Civic Theater, and look for the show there, or where can they
It
find
would be.
information about tickets?
I don't think it's on the Civic Theater quite yet. It
Okay,
might be, but it would be under BW Nice,
okay, BW
that
Nice.
website. And
Okay,
you could just Google the Red Shoe monologues, and
okay.
that'll pop up. You know how to Google, right, Santa?
Well, I have elves that help with that, but I do generally know how to Google.
Okay.
We have pretty good internet for being at the North Pole, which is a little shocking because we're so well hidden. But
So far away. Yeah.
it is. But we like to keep up with current trends, which is really important, especially as we're making toys and thinking about presents, trying to find about a new technology where children might be trying to you know catch us and see what we're all about. So, but yeah,
Right.
we'll Google that. That's really good to know. And anything else that you want to talk about today? Any other shows or any other specials or anything else that
Hmm.
you'd like to? What can we support down in the Lehigh Valley that, especially as we think about the holiday times, so many of us are lucky because we have families and we have presents and we have a good meal. Are there some places around the Lehigh Valley where people can donate food or money or presents for children that you can share with us, Kate?
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, first and foremost, I'm a firm believer in supporting local. So, if you can shop local this year for your Christmas gifts, you will be helping so many local residents, and, people that work in our community, live here. And I just always think that that's the way to go. And you can find some really great things, Bethlehem, Allentown, Easton. There's so many wonderful small shops to you know, support. And as far as giving to kids, we are actually having, it's December 5th at Inkwell in Allentown. We are having a Christmas special Santa. It's right up your alley. And we have a bunch of comedians coming on. Tyler Rothrock will be the headliner. And we're doing a Toys for Tots. So you can bring a toy with you to donate. That's December 5th. And Victory House, I do some work for them, and that's a men's homeless shelter. And we are just opening a women's facility. So they always need people to volunteer to serve food for them, especially during the holiday season. So there's a calendar right online at Victory House, and you can just sign up and go over and serve some food for some people that would be very appreciative of that. And yeah, and I just think support local comedians, local singers. There's the Red Stag Pub, Godfrey Daniels, and of course Inkwell that always has, live music and performers. I think is that enough?
That's great, Kate. No, I just, I
I felt like
know.
I was talking forever.
No, you were great. And I know just with your involvements and your dedication, I wanted to make sure we mention those places where you make a difference that other people can hopefully help out and make a difference as well. So,
Thanks, Santa. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just
absolutely.
try to give back this holiday season as much as you can, and that's how you get into the holiday spirit.
Absolutely. It made the Grinch's heart 10 times bigger. So, there you go. Last question for you, Kate, and then we'll let you go. Do you have a Christmas wish this year? Have you given any thought to that this year? And if you don't, I
Wow.
don't mean to put you on the spot.
Um, well, can I tell you a Christmas story?
Absolutely.
Quick Christmas story. So 2 years ago, right around Christmas, my dad was living in Florida and he got really sick, and we didn't think he was going to make it. You probably remember that, Santa, because
Mm-hmm.
I asked for a lot of gifts for him that year.
Yes.
And so all of the kids flew out to see him. Now, everything's fine. He's perfectly healthy today. He's taking care of himself. And it was, like I said, right around Christmas. And when I got home, my neighbors had decorated the outside of my house for Christmas. And that just brought me so much joy. It's Dave McCormick and Drew Thomas. They own American Hairlines. They live around the corner from me. They knew my dad was sick
Oh,
and they wanted to brighten my holiday by putting lights up and that just made me feel like I was very supported and cared for in our community. So I think my Christmas wish is that everyone gets to feel that care and support in our community. And, it just takes the littlest thing. Maybe give somebody a Christmas card or make some Christmas cookies, just to brighten up somebody's day. That's my Christmas wish.
that Kate, that is such a sweet, moving story. They could make a Hallmark movie out of that, I think, because it's just
Maybe
so.
we should.
We might. I know somebody that can portray Santa. I'm just saying. But no, Kate, that is wonderful, and it's a great wish. And you're right. All it takes is a smile, a Merry Christmas, a little thing that could make somebody's Christmas very special. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you sharing that story. That is wonderful. So,
Yeah.
Kate, thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for everything you do and for being on the podcast. We really appreciate it. I know you're busy and taking time out of your busy schedule to join me and talk about some of your memories has just been wonderful. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you and have a Merry Christmas if I don't talk to you before then, okay?
Oh, you're going to talk to me, Santa. I'm going to make a point of it.
Okay. Well, don't forget to send me your letter and what you're wishing for, okay?
I will. I will.
All
Thank you
right.
so much for having me, Santa.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Santa, again. And it's time to check the mailbag. So I got an email from Andrew, who lives out in Minnesota, with a question about reindeer. So the question is, what are the reindeer's favorite treats to receive on Christmas Eve? Well, you know what, Andrew? That is such a great question because I'll tell you what. They love carrots, as everybody knows. It's one of their favorite treats. They eat hundreds and hundreds of pounds of carrots a night. But I'll let you all in on a couple other secrets, okay? They also love candy canes. Now, we try to limit how many candy canes they eat on Christmas Eve because sometimes the sugar can be a little bit much and it gives them the zoomies. So, but they love candy canes. They love peppermint patties. I think the mint reminds them of candy canes, but they can't have too much chocolate. Now, another really special thing if you want to leave out for it, and you're not going to believe this probably, they love red, yellow, and green peppers. They can't get enough of them. Now, Rudolph says that he likes hot peppers and that's what turns his nose red. Well, that's not what turns his nose red. He was born with a red nose. But we play along with Rudolph, so you could even leave out a hot pepper for Rudolph if you want. But carrots are always the safe thing. Any kind of pepper they love to eat. So if you're a family that loves peppers, maybe leave some peppers out for them. And an occasional small candy cane, we can split it 9 ways for all the reindeer. And maybe occasionally I'll let them have a peppermint patty. But great question, Andrew. You know, a lot of people don't think to ask that kind of question. And it's fantastic because the reindeer appreciate it so much. I mean, if they could write thank you notes to everybody for leaving out treats for them as well as leaving cookies for me, they'd be writing letters all year long. But thank you for your question, Andrew. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Dear Santa, the podcast. Please make sure that you watch us, listen to us, subscribe, and like. You can find us on YouTube, on Spotify podcasts, and on Apple podcasts. Thank you again, everybody. Merry Christmas. We'll see you soon.